Dennis Prager, from first grade through 12th grade, he was always elected president of his class because he has charisma. He's got a sense of presence. And remember, he told me in January 2029, it brings me a sense of peace that, that if something happens to me, that you'll be there to carry on the fight for good values. Can you imagine it be as a, disturbed, lonely, troubled, anxious, depressed, frightened, young man starting to get some recovery from years of being bedridden? You can imagine how intoxicating that was. Now I realize that Dennis says this to, dozens, if not hundreds, if not, thousands of people. But, he's very good at tuning in to, the troubled, needy, anxious types and providing it with reassurance. It's like when I go to a party, right? I can just ding, ding, ding. I'll find the women who have fathers who are sex addicts, right? Just ding, 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 ding. I will find my way to them. Right. Here's another great intellectual from Fox News and Talk Radio, Mark Levin, posing tough questions here to Donald Trump.
I've talked to a lot of important people, Supreme Court justices, presidents, presidential candidates, brilliant people. And talking with you is really the most impressive conversation I've had. Number one, there's very few people who could sit there and speak the way you do, from subject to subject to subject to subject. If people would let you speak and actually listen to you, while you have the enormous pressure on your shoulders of these grand juries and other things going on, and you still are able to do it. That is absolutely remarkable.
Amazing.
As you go through the history of your presidency, and I read these letters in this book.
How do you do it? Show me how to love you.
It was a phenomenal presidency.
Wow.
Phenomenal presidency.
How do you do it?
And the reason you don't get the credit that you deserve is because perhaps that's going to be up to history. When people look back and say, wait a minute, he was right about this and this and this and so forth.
History, you're going to have to wait for history. I mean, this is just like Dennis Prager. I told him in something like 1995, I was frustrated that his teachings weren't more influential in Jewish life. And he said, my teachings won't be recognized for another millennia. Right? History will vindicate Dennis Prager. So I was still a little bit under the sway, just a little bit, just a smidgen under the sway of Dennis Prager. Like in 2010, I was walking around Loma Linda University. It's a Seventh-day Adventist university in, I think, San Bernardino County with a friend. And he asked me, what did I think of Dennis Prager? And I said, oh, I wish Dennis Prager ran for president. I wish Dennis Prager ran America. I wish Dennis Prager ran the universe.